This is Megafoon Sport, the home of PREMIUM Rugby Podcasts, hosted by Envia Velman. First dive into the THRILL of Rugby pod, our flagship podcast where well-known rugby fixer and podcaster Harry Jones, alongside host Envia Velman, discusses local and international rugby from a South African perspective. Harry also hosts the Limited Confessions of a Rugby Fixer series where his experiences as a real-life fixer is applied to rugby lessons over 6 episodes. Then, shift gears with the 8 de Box Rugby podcast, where former Springbok fly half Under Pretorius explores the technical aspects of rugby in Afrikaans, offering in-depth technical analysis for true rugby enthusiasts from a Springbok perspective. Uncover the stories behind the stories on the Rockfoot Rugby podcast, where Envia Velman engages with renowned rugby role players and enthusiasts from across the globe to reveal the hidden narratives that shape the sport we love. Tune into the inimitable John Robbie on Rugby, where former Irish international John Robbie offers his unique Irish-South African perspective on the sport, backed by a treasure trove of rugby stories, legends and history. For a different point of view, catch the Rugby Ascendant podcast with American Springbok supporter Chris Wyatt, providing insights on both local and international rugby, as well as broadcasting color commentary and play-by-play analysis on major games. Want to know what the coaches and players really think? We publish press conferences before and after major games, where you can hear their thoughts directly from the horse's mouth. If you want more in-depth local rugby content, we also offer dedicated podcasts for each South African franchise in the URC. Belinda Glenn hosts the Tank Tart podcast for Sharks supporters. Angus Opperman anchors the What the Ruck podcast for Stormers fans. Clinton Scott presents the Pride of Josie podcast for Lion supporters, and Simon Riekert brings you the Bill Kroll podcast for true Blue Bulls supporters. And lastly, experience old-school Afrikaans radio-style commentary on major rugby matches in collaboration with Radio Rugby. Subscribe now to Megafoon Sport Rugby to get your all-access pass to the world of rugby from every angle. Proudly brought to you by Sit-in Cars.